Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my first place Zoodiac Eldlich deck that I just took to Crush Card's free remote duel tournament on Thursdays. So they do have a free remote duel tournament on Thursdays if you want to join. Maybe if I remember, I'll put the link to their Discord in the link or in the description below. So yeah, it's Zoodiac Eldlich. I built this the day of because I really wanted to just try the deck out. I had all the cards, so I figured I should. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's go Rat Pier, Cataroost, Ram, and Thoroughblade. I played one of each of these Zoodiacs. I just wanted to try them all out. So the reason I played each of them, there was a specific reason. So Rat Pier is a one-card Megaclops. I do play Megaclops in the extra deck. I know a lot of people are not really like a big fan of that card because you could just Ash the Rat Pier and it just kind of sucks. But the way I see it, you're trading one Ash for a Rat Pier, which is fine in the long run because then they're not using the Ash on Sanguine. So it's like, it's a really good trade actually overall in my personal opinion, because then you could just slap a Dragon on top of it anyways and then you're good to go. With Cataroost, this is to stop in the Eldlich mirror that if they can't just Eldlich like discard target your Trident because the Cataroost will protect it. The Ram is for when you're going into boards going second, you can search out the Ram and then you can just attack into stuff. You can't get hit with like Paleozoic Dynamiscus, just a lot of like targeting cards like Infinite Impermanence as well. They can't change your Ram. Since you can just, detach like whatever off of your Borbo and then you're fine. Zoodiac Thoroughblade, this one's really big. He's the biggest one, obviously, so sometimes if you're just wanting to put a lot of damage on board, you can go for him and then like attach like a Whiptail back from the graveyard to it, and that's 2,800, so he's pretty big. It's really nice, and he does piercing. It never comes up though. And also the effective draw is pretty relevant, since if you draw a handful of Zoodiacs, you want to just get them out of your hand, so the Thoroughblade comes up in those situations. Then moving on into the other Whiptail, or the other Zoodiacs, we play two Whiptail. Just to banish. This is really nice to banish any of the Eldlich cards, like any of them, like the Golden Lands or the Golden Lord. Either of them are fine to banish. 3 Tenki and a Barrage to go with those as well. Nothing to say with those. We also played a Zoodiac combo. This was bad. I'm going to cut it in the future. For the Eldlich engine, I think it's pretty standard. We just played 2 Golden Lord, 3 Eldland. We actually decided to play Elixir of White Destiny. I just wanted to try it out. I think it was not that great. I'm probably going to cut it in future builds. 3 Sanguine, 3 Conquistador, 2 Hakero. I think it's just standard. I don't think that there's anything to say about that. It was very standard except for, obviously, the White Destiny, which we're probably going to be cutting. Then moving on into a different engine, we're playing the Dragoon engine. So I know it's a lot to fit in the same deck, but the idea with it is that if you happen to draw Ram or Rat Pier, you can actually make the Dragoon engine. You can also do it with Ram, but you have to draw like Cursed Eldland. There's a combo where you can go Cursed Eldland, search something, and then you can go normal Ram, and then use Ram effect, pop the Cursed Eldland, and then you can overlay for Chakra and bring back the one of the like Xyz materials or Xyz monsters, or I guess you can just bring back the Ram, right? And then you just overlay for Verte to make the Dragoon. So that's a combo as well. It gets your Eldlich engine started and you get a Dragoon on the field. So that's pretty nice off of your Zoo engine. So that's pretty cool. For hand traps, we played 2 DD Crow, 3 Ash, 3 Gamma, and the 1 Driver. I think that these were the most impactful. At least these 6 were. The DD Crows, I never drew them. But we did play against another Eldlich today, and that would have been really cool to see how that would have gone. These are just kind of like 2 cards that you can put in anything. It doesn't really matter what you put in their place. So, yeah, doesn't really matter. 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More was the last card to round off our side deck. This is just so that you can activate it, summon a Zoo, and break their whole board. I guess you can do that with a Zoo anyways, but you could also do it with like Dragoon as well. So you have a lot of options. Moving on to the extra deck, Borbo and Trident were obviously MVPs. These are just insane cards. 2 Chakanine, 2 Tiger Mortar. So the reason we're playing 2 is that during the grind game, you can actually, when you have all of these dudes in grave, you can normal a Zoo, overlay your Chakanine. Chakanine can bring back Trident, and then you can overlay a Tiger, and then Tiger detaches and then reattaches one of your Zoos back from the grave. And then you have a Trident for a pop. So at least turns, your Zoo engine to a pop, which is not bad at all. 1 Hammer Kong, just as an extra material. We don't really use it for its other effect. Then we have Zeus. We only play 1. I only have 1. I think I might play 2 if I had to. I don't know, honestly. We also play Mega Clops. This is pretty cool to like just kind of like out something, and then if you end up having any other extender on top of the Mega Clops, you can just turn it into Dragoon. So you have Mega Clops Dragoon, which is pretty nuts. For Xyz monsters, we play Pleiades and Gustav Max. I don't think there's anything to say about these. I mean, you just make these with your Golden Land dudes, and then this is just a go for game, so makes sense. You can also make Dragoon with either of these, or not Dragoon, Zeus with either of these. Or Mega Clops even, so that's pretty funny. You can, honestly, if you really wanted, you could actually use like your Gustav Max to burn for 2,000, and then use this as material for your Mega Clops, and then bring it back, and then attach a material, and then burn again. Remember the damage is halved, but it can come up if you need exactly 3,000 damage, and you can't find a way to do it. Then to get rid of the Golden Land spells and traps, we have Link Spider and Imduck. So the reason we play both of these instead of just playing like 2 Imduck is so that you can, obviously have the arrows in this case. Imduck is obviously better than Link Spider though, because this does have the effect to destroy whatever it points to by battle, which actually came up in the mirror match, but not on my end. He ended up destroying one of my cards, and yeah. It's pretty crazy. But the other reason is that you can overlay them, or not overlay, but you can make them into Verte. So you have a lot of options and utility with your Golden Land spells and traps. And then the last card in the extra deck is obviously Dragoon. Moving on to the side deck, I wasn't exactly sure what to play here, so it's just kind of like all over the place, I'm going to be honest. So 3 Nibiru, 3 Judgment. We play like 2 Ghost Spell as well for like other hand traps. Then for back row removal, we play 2 Feather Duster, 2 Feather Duster. We don't do 2 Feather Duster. That's not what I was gonna say. We play 1 Feather Duster, 1 Pankratops, 2 Twin Twister. So yeah, these are just obviously makes sense, just back row removal. And we also play 3 Evenly Matched, which is really insane actually. So that is it for the side deck. I think in hindsight, I'll probably be changing like Bells for something else. I'm thinking Phantasme right now, and I think the Judgments might be a little too much, but I don't want to get blown out by like Harpy's Feather Dust or a Reboot, so I think I might keep them in. But yeah, in future, I think that these might be Phantasmes because against Dragon Link, Phantasme is just absolutely insane. So I think that that's probably what I'm going to switch those out for. But yeah, that actually does it for the deck profiles. So if you guys enjoyed, let me know. And that's going to do it. If you do want to watch these streams, you can tune in on Tuesdays and Thursdays at like around 6 p.m. Or no, I think it's like 7 p.m. EST. And you can watch the streams. Chat, you can go ahead and say goodbye if you want. Up to you. But yeah, with all that said, we will see you guys on the stream, hopefully.